I mean, shit, they don't need
for
him.
10 years.
You don't need anybody else.
Yeah.
It's like the bench warmers. We got a pitcher, a catcher, and a fielder.
You're in a fielder.
Yep.
You just need a goalie, Chance.
Yeah, I just need a goalie.
Well, all
Yeah,
right.
you got it.
Well, we're waiting on Jason, so we are going to talk.
Are we going to talk about the schedule?
Yes, that is
NFL
later.
schedule?
Yes, that is later. I promise.
Got some dates circled.
Mm-hmm. I promise. We're going to talk about that. Don't you worry, Chance.
ball.
We are all over it. But we're going to start with some baseball first. Bobby.
Tarps off.
What's up, dude?
The college baseball playoffs have arrived.
It's tournament time.
It is fucking tournament time, my dude. We have taken a couple weeks off. A few weeks off now that I think about it.
We were kind of in like a lull, though, for college baseball. There wasn't a whole lot of movement.
No, there wasn't. We kind of knew who was who. And I honestly...
Like, we knew the pretenders and the contenders at
Right.
this point.
Yeah. And, you know, as much as I love to come on here and boast about Georgia, you know, winning all of their road series was fucking phenomenal. Like,
Yeah, that's a
It's
pretty
impressive.
in the SEC, now, I get it. Strength of schedule. People are going to bitch about it. Look here. It's still the fucking SEC. These are
What part of it
teams...
did they?
Go ahead.
I mean, I can't really even say that because there's an easy team to play in the SEC.
Right. Right. I mean, on any given weekend. The only series that Georgia lost outright this year was at home against Florida. It was that weird 2-week spread where Florida finally figured out how to play premier baseball again. Like, they were like, oh, yeah.
Florida was like untouchable for 2 weeks.
Yeah, because they went to Arkansas and swept them, and then they came to us and beat us 2 out of 3. And we're like, wait, Florida's good now? And then they went back to losing, and we're like, okay, never mind. You know, like, Florida's weird. The SEC's weird. But I believe the rankings are out. Now, softball has been electric. I've watched a couple of the games. It's been a lot of fun. If you're not down to watch anything else, which if you're not watching Game 6 or Game
Softball's
7.
good fun to watch, especially college softball.
Yes. College softball has
Very
been...
fast paced.
Yeah, it's been a banger this year. They're in regionals right now. The regionals are done. We're finishing up. They're starting supers next weekend, I believe. So, super regionals.
They finish up before baseball.
Yes. Super regionals coming soon for softball. But here are the final rankings for the Division I baseball. I'll start from 25 and work our way up. USC made it in. I'm a little bit surprised they're in the top 25. Now, they're at 42-14, but they have not beat a quality opponent all year. They got
Let's be real, Billy. Other than UCLA and Oregon, the Big Ten baseball was dog shit.
Yeah, wasn't that great. They lost to Nebraska. They got their butts handed to them by UCLA, and I'm pretty sure they got BTA'd by Oregon. If you guys don't know, oh gosh, Framber Valdez is pitching for Detroit tonight. Anyway, I'm surprised he's allowed to pitch right now.
I thought he was suspended.
Well, it was only 7 games, so it's just one start, technically.
See, they should do it different for pitchers.
It should be 7 starts. I agree, but that's a conversation
That's a
for
little
another.
extreme.
Yeah.
Because that's 7 weeks.
Yeah. Well,
I would say 2 or 3 starts.
don't lose your mind.
Like, you
Don't do
can't
dumb
point
shit.
When you give a position player that 2 to 3 games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't do dumb shit. And hey,
Oh yeah.
you know. Anyway, conversation for another time. Coastal Carolina, the wagon is in the top 24. They'll be in. They'll be locked in. Regardless of if they win the conference or not, I think they'll be in. Kind of
Probably hope so, honestly.
kind of a sluggish year for our wagon, Bobby, but it's tournament time, so that's all that matters. Get in.
This is when they get good then.
Yeah. Get into the thing and see what happens. As long as you make it in. Tennessee at 23. Cincinnati at 22. Arizona State, the Sun Devils. Got a solid program out there. They're up in 21. Nebraska. Now, I did not have Nebraska being a top 20 team this year on my bingo card, which, hey, good for them. Shout out to them. Oklahoma State at 19. Florida at 18. Ole Miss 17. Mississippi State at 16. Bama in the top 15. Then you got Oregon. You got Kansas, Arkansas, Florida State. Texas A&M's in the top 10, which, the way the season started, I did not think they would be a top 10 team. A little sluggish at the beginning, but they figured it out, so good for you guys. Bob, you're going to hate this next one. WVU, West Virginia is 9th. I know you're not a fan.
We beat them 23-2, and we can deal with it.
Yeah. So, Southern Miss, a top 10 team.
That was a baseball score for those listeners that are wondering.
Yeah, that was a baseball score. Southern Miss with a 40-win season. Congrats to you guys down there. Not a team a lot of people talk about in like anything, but man, oh man, baseball somehow they just light it up down there. Oregon State at 7 with 43 wins. This one was a shocker, but I think it has something to do with the strength of their schedule. Auburn at number 6. Here's why it's a shock. A&M at 36, WVU at 37, Southern Miss at 40, Oregon State at 43, Texas 40, Georgia 43, Georgia Tech 45, North Carolina 43, and UCLA 48. Auburn has 36 wins. They have the fewest wins in the top 10. Actually, the next team that has their win total or below is Arkansas at 12, who some could argue had just as tough a schedule as Auburn did. So that's a little bit surprising. We'll see. Texas 5, Georgia 4, Georgia Tech at 3, North Carolina at 2, and then, Bobby, they did it. I didn't think they would. I thought they would relinquish it at least once. Just the once. I thought one time Texas or Georgia Tech or UNC or Georgia, somebody was going to take that top spot for 1 week. Just because, yes, UCLA has 48 wins and it's a fucking boss team. But if we're going to base some of this off of strength of schedule, if you look at that top 5, who has the weakest? Altogether, 1, 2, 3, UCLA. No question. Now, when they faced Oregon, USC, Nebraska, any team that was worth a damn, they handled business. And I think that's why they were able to stay up there. Also, 6 total losses. I think 4 of them coming in the first 3 to, they won 31 straight at one point, I think. So,
that's insane.
That's whether or not who they played was it worth a damn. They still won the games. Because how many times, Bobby, did, hell, no offense, but LSU, how many times did they play a game where they were definitely supposed to win and lost or almost lost?
All I can say is they just had a shit year.
Yeah. So, it's going to get interesting, but that's your top 25. But, top 25, top Schmitty 5. Who gives a shit? You know what we do give a shit? It's bracket time. It's conference tournament time. This is when everything fucking matters. Tuesday. We light it up at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. 9 a.m. Holy shit. I'm going to have to put this on YouTube at like 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow to get it out before the games start. Duke against UNC. I think UNC kind of runs away with this one. I'm not gonna lie. Duke started out hot. They ended up 5 games under going into the tournament. Not the way you want to go. Then it's the Big Ten at 10 a.m. Michigan State and Purdue. Purdue has 35 wins this year. Chance hates every word of that I just said.
Not a fan.
Missouri takes on number 17
Love
Old.
the moon trees.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Number 17 Ole Miss. Another phenomenal year for them. They'll take on Missouri, who are I think 17 games under here is what I'm looking at. Yeah, not going to be a. It's a 10:30 a.m. So, a lot of us have to work. Won't be watching it, but hey, if you want to watch Ole Miss kind of smack them around, go for it. Sophia's gonna hate this one. Darling, if you're watching, you're gonna hate this matchup at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Cal takes on Stanford. Yeah. That might be a fun game. 2 evenly matched teams. Kentucky and Vanderbilt, 2:00. Illinois, Iowa. I'm not gonna go over every single game. Chance, your Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Good year. 30-21. Not bad. Not bad at all. Very respectable record. You guys take on Clemson at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Already beat him once.
All right. Yeah, a lot of people have beaten Clemson. 25 losses on the year for Clemson. Not the year they wanted. Let's see. Bobby, LSU plays Oklahoma tomorrow night, 9 p.m. start time. Good Lord. I forgot. Conference play. Listen, if this is your first year watching college baseball and we've influenced you to turn on some college baseball, first off, you're welcome. Second off, this time of the year is the roughest for this week and a half that we have because there are going to be games starting at like midnight and like 1 a.m. Just, it's rough. It's tough. Bobby, it's tough. It's not easy this time of the year. But LSU Oklahoma at 9. Bobby, your home university, University of Pitt, takes on Louisville at 9. Jason, whenever he gets on here, shout out to Ohio State, a winning season for the first time in 5 seasons. Shout out.
I think I gotta stay up till noon. I gotta wait to watch Pitt at noon o'clock.
Yeah.
Close. It is what it is.
Yeah. So
I
shout
will
out.
watch it.
So shout out to Jason's team. 6 games over 500. It's been a while since Ohio State had a winning record.
Pitt ended up with a pretty good record.
Yeah. They face Washington 10 o'clock tomorrow. Tomorrow night. And then it's Kansas and Utah at 11 if you have nothing else to do. Wednesday we got some decent ones. I might as well just pull up the brackets here. Let's pull up the brackets and how these work because not every bracket is the same. I know the SEC's is a little whack. So here's how the SEC works. So let's just take Ole Miss versus Missouri. Okay? Let's take that. The winner of that, loser, obviously, you're done. This is a one and done. There are no, hey, elimination games. None of that shit. You lose, you're done. For some of these teams, for the season. Like, Missouri loses tomorrow morning, they're done. Like, that's it. That's your season. Get ready for finals type thing. The winner of that game between Ole Miss and Missouri will play another early morning game on Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. against Mississippi State. And then the winner of that game will play Georgia on Thursday at 3 o'clock. So there's 2 separate strands of bracket. So we have 4 sections, right? So you got Vanderbilt, Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, Oklahoma, and LSU. Winner of Oklahoma LSU will play Auburn Bobby, I know you want a piece of Auburn. And then the winner of that game will play Texas A&M. Tennessee, South Carolina. Winner of that plays Arkansas. Winner of that one will play Texas on Friday, which good fucking luck with Texas. They have arguably the best pitching staff in all of baseball in the country. Winner of Vandy and Kentucky gets Florida on Wednesday. And then the winner of that one gets Alabama on Thursday. The Georgia and Alabama seedings 1 and 4 the winner of those two kind of brackets will play each other, and then the winner of Texas and Texas A&M will face each other as well, and then obviously the SEC final. Bobby, who are you expecting to win the SEC conference? And could we see who needs a good conference? I'll start there. Who needs a good conference showing? Who needs to win? And is there a wild card situation where a team we don't expect will get hot?
I would put my money on Texas.
Just because they have the pitching?
Yep. That's the exact reason I think they're going to be, is how good that rotation and bullpen is. I wouldn't be shocked if Georgia puts up a fight though either, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, best offense in baseball. But, Bobby, we say it all the time. What wins championships?
Pitching.
Pitching and defense. What is Texas really good at? Pitching and defense. On top of a pretty fucking great offense. I'm not going to sit here and slack their offense at all. Or they are a bunch of studs. Georgia is doing record numbers of stuff on offense. But we've seen it, glimpses of it all year. They, to me, have the most to prove because every year we talk about their offense, Bobby. It's every year. Wes Johnson puts together, for a dude who's a pitching guru, to go and find some absolute juggernauts on offense is insane. Like, Daniel Jackson's 25-25. First player to do that at Georgia ever, I think. Had Charlie Condon a couple years ago. Like, this dude finds just weapons every fucking where. You know what I mean? But it's always been the pitching that has been the ginormous question mark for this team. Can the pitching hold up in a tournament-style play? We haven't seen it yet.
I don't see why it couldn't.
Right. Georgia, for as good as they have been and for as much fun as it's been to watch them over the last years, they have not made an Omaha appearance.
Which is kind of shocking because they've had some good teams the past few years.
They have had some teams.
And again, this is also like that really odd down year for the SEC.
Right.
Like your usual powerhouses aren't there.
And if you're Georgia, I think it's almost kind of like, I don't want to change the sport, but look at the Buffalo Bills. Right? This is the year.
Yeah.
If you don't make it to Omaha with the way you have played and with the teams you no longer necessarily have to worry about, now obviously we'll see what the regional is going to look like. I think Georgia's a host, regardless of what happens.
Yeah. As long as they make it out, they'll never mind. I'm dumb. They'll automatically have a regional.
Yeah, I think they're going to be locked. I think they're a host. They're locked in. They could lose their only game on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever they play. I think they play Thursday. They could lose their only game on Thursday, and I think they'll be just fine. I honestly think they'll be okay.
I don't think they lose their opening game.
I don't either. But I don't know if this is my standard at least. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to lose sleep over the fact that, oh my gosh, we didn't win our conference. Yeah, it'd be great. You know, we won our regular season, which was awesome. You know, first time since 2004, 2008, something like that.
Yeah.
That we won the SEC regular season. Cool, awesome. I want to win Omaha. That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm focused on. We're guaranteed a regional spot. Regardless if we host or not, we're in a regional. Let's focus on that. I know you can consider that overlooking the conference play and we're not worried about it. Right, because we're not. We're worried about getting the fuck to Omaha for the first time in years. Literal years. So, I'm personally not worried about conference. Go, get yourselves ready. Tune yourselves up. Get some pitching in there. Let them dial in. Go face some heavy competition, and let's get ready to host a regional and make something happen. Georgia to me has the most to prove because their pitching has not been able to withstand a tournament style success. Look at that, a lot of people there tonight. I'm not seeing empty seats this time. How about that, Buffalo? Way to show up to a playoff. Sorry. Chance, who do you think's winning the conference? SEC. I know you don't watch college baseball very much. It's not your cup of tea. That's okay. But who
Texas.
You going with Texas as well? I mean, that's a fair shake.
I'll just go with the number one team.
Yeah, that's a fair shake. Texas, I think, has the best pitching staff in the country, bar none. They have probably the most dangerous three-headed weekend monster you're ever going to fucking see in the country. So, yeah. Stylistically, if UCLA are the favorites, I think Texas matches up the best with them, pitching and offense-wise. So, yeah, we'll see. Bobby, any wild cards teams you think could do it? Could have them make a run at it?
I'm not 100. My heart wants to say LSU could put something together, but they just haven't shown it all year.
Right.
I really don't see a wild card in this. I think it's going to be a Texas, a Georgia. It's going to be one of the ones that have been dominant all year.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the top 4 teams in the SEC.
I don't see a dark horse
Gotcha.
coming in this late.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, to the ACC. Kind of set up like the SEC one. The one line, you got Georgia Tech at the 1 seed. You got UNC at the 2, which is weird. So for people who don't understand, yes, UNC is ranked higher than Georgia Tech. Obviously, it's by 1.
I think Georgia Tech was better in conference, though.
Yes, there it is. This is going off of conference record. UNC had a better non-conference, which is why they're ranked number 2 in the country. Georgia Tech was better in conference, so that's why they're number 1. Florida State is number 3, and how about Boston fucking College, y'all? Boston fucking College is a baseball program that wins baseball games. Keep in mind, this was a Boston College team a year ago that I think was 6 or 7 games under 500.
Yeah, they weren't very good last year.
This year, they are a top 4 seed in the ACC. Damn. Now, I do think that has a lot to do with NC State not being on their shit because they sucked in conference this year. They were not very good. There's a reason they are a 9 seed. It's because they weren't very good. I say that to say their standard is here where other teams may be down here. And they kind of played somewhere in the middle. So, not up to their standard. Duke had a down year after coming off a great year a year ago. I don't want to say Notre Dame had a bad year because 30-21 is a great year.
They had above expectations year.
I think so too, Chance. I would agree with that. I don't know how much you watched of Notre Dame this year.
I mean, I follow the program. Just I see a bunch of insiders talk about them, but they just play during the day. I work Saturdays too, so it's like I really can't even really watch.
Right.
And ESPN, I can't really track the game either.
No, they are very terrible with college games.
So I just follow their Twitter account. I just get the updates from them. Because if not, I'd never know if they won a game or not.
Yeah. Bobby, I'm looking at this bracket, and I'm seeing upsets everywhere.
What'd they rank Pitt as for them?
Pitt is 14th.
What?
Yes. You are 14th out of 15 teams.
We were like mid-pack in
Actually,
the ACC all year.
14 out of 16, excuse me. 14 out of 16. I apologize. Duke is 16. Clemson is 15. Now, again, you want to talk about a team. They were, I think, second or third preseason. Like, not good at all. That they're unranked and they are a 15 seed in a conference they usually are in the conversation to win at the end of every single year. It's just not a good look for Clemson. I don't want to say they don't make a regional appearance because I think they do. They're damn sure not hosting. But I think you could probably 3-seed them. Yeah, I don't know. Bobby, how bad does Clemson need a good conference showing to get in? Like 10 being like they need it or they're done, or 1 they're in they've clinched a spot in the regional.
I don't think they've clinched a spot.
Okay, I don't either. I agree with you. I don't think they have either. I think they're going to be a team that's left out. Kind of like Texas A&M a year ago. You know, a team that was number 1 conference and then just, shat the bed. That is what Clemson has done this year. Shat the bed. Quite badly. 14 is Pitt, which, hey, I know you don't like the seeding of conference, but for Pitt fans, way above expectations, I think, this year. You've been...
It's a dangerous team.
Yeah. Bobby, you have come on this show multiple times, and you have said, this team has kind of opened my eyes a little bit. I did not expect this. Did not see it coming.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, wow. And then I watched it, I'm like, yeah, this is a different team from a year ago. 13 is Cal, 12 is Stanford. They play late. If it is on, if I do have it on, I'm usually playing video games while I'm watching it, so I'm not really paying attention. Not gonna lie. Sorry to Cal and Stanford people, but, my bad. Oh, that's not what I wanted. You've got Louisville at 11, which is a good spot. 10, Notre Dame, which, again, exceeded expectations. 9, where is 9? 9, NC State. 8 is UVA. 7 is Virginia Tech. 6, Wake Forest. 5, Miami. This is where I think the upsets will start. If you're UVA, Miami, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, you're not safe. You're just not.
Hide your wives, hide your kids.
Yep. These are teams that have had really great stretches where Bobby and I have sat on the show and gave them a lot of credit. And then, as soon as we give them credit, they shit the bed for an entire week. And then we're like, well, why did we give you that praise? Because that was terrible. They go 0-4 the next week, and you're just going, okay, that's great. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. That's that section of the bracket right there.
Yep.
Of the ACC. Pitt and Louisville, both those teams can handle Wake Forest in my mind. Both of them. Wake Forest is going to have to come out hot against Pitt and Louisville. Because Pitt has the offense to make Wake Forest's pitching look not so great. I'm going to put that out there. And Louisville can hang with anybody. We've seen it. Notre Dame can definitely beat Virginia Tech. That's a fact. And while I don't believe in Clemson, I don't think anyone in the country does other than Clemson people, I think Clemson believes they can beat Virginia Tech. Stanford and Cal, I don't know against Miami, but you never know in these kinds of situations. I think Miami is in a regional, so it's hard for me. I think Stanford and Cal need this to get into a regional. Those are two teams that have to win or their season's done, in my mind. So they're going to play with, I guess, nothing to lose. And Miami's just, I think, going to kind of come out differently. I don't know. NC State can definitely beat UVA. We've already seen it. So, this is single elimination stuff now. Now, when we get to the next side of this bracket, when you have Georgia Tech, Boston College, UNC, and Florida State, that's going to be tough. That one could be upset central, but I would honestly would have to be determined on who comes out, who wins. If NC State finds themselves playing Georgia Tech, who's available on that pitching staff? Because that pitching staff has the ability to keep offenses grounded. It's just a matter of who's going to be available after 2 games where Georgia Tech is going to be fresh as a daisy with all hands on deck, ready to go. Their biggest, baddest weapons out of the pen just sitting there waiting, chomping at the bit, you know? If Miami makes it out and gets to Boston College, I won't be shocked if Boston College loses. Wow, Montreal. Damn. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Honestly, Bobby, if Miami gets through and faces Boston College, I think Miami could win that game.
I agree.
I really, really do. This is no offense to Boston College, but when was the last time Boston College was here? This high with this expectation? It's been a while. Mm-hmm. Out of Notre Dame, Clemson, and Virginia Tech, Bobby, who could beat UNC in that situation? Because I don't know if any of them could. Maybe Notre Dame.
No.
But I think Notre Dame's already played UNC this year, and it wasn't pretty.
We beat them once.
You did beat them once.
They took 2 of 3.
Yeah.
We were also on the road.
So, neutral site here. I'm not sure. And again, UNC, fresh as a daisy, has all their bullets. That's tough to go into. And honestly, Pitt is the only team that can match Florida State's offense. In my mind. But that's just me. What do I know? I just watch college baseball all the time.
It's rare to say anything about Pitt having an offense.
Yeah, that, again, 2026 bingo card, just, not one of those things. Do we want to do Big 10 or Big 12 to finish out? So I'm not going to talk about everybody. I think
we'd be here all night.
It'd be a little more interesting.
Big 12, yeah.
There's some better teams in the Big 12.
Big 12 tournament. Is this 2026?
God, I hate those video boards on TV.
Why? What's going on?
Because when I'm playing my game, the boards are flashing with the sponsors, but it's catching my eye. I'm like, oh shit, they scored. No, they didn't. It's just Enterprise. I don't care.
We'll pick you up.
Let me pick you up.
Yeah, I was so... Little story here, and we'll go to the Big 12. I was going to do Enterprise box trucks because I saw the price. It's like $360. I was like, oh boy, here we go. But then I read the fine print, and it says...
Must return back to location.
That, and it's $1 per mile.
Oh, God.
You want to know how much it is from here to Florida, where we're going to be in Florida?
That's, what, 14 hours from where I am?
965 miles. One way. So multiply that by 2, and you have just about $2,000.
$4,000.
Yeah, $2,000. But yeah, no thanks. God forbid something goes wrong on it too. So I was like, I'm
Well,
good.
good thing you're a mechanic.
Yeah, but I'm good. I will go to IKEA and I will buy and I will build all my shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
I will use that $2,000 and
don't call me or my buddy. The desk I have my gaming monitor and PlayStation on, I put together backwards.
Damn.
So I got screws hanging out on the outside.
Wait.
I thought it can't. Well, I knew we put it together wrong when I saw the screws hanging. I'm like, this doesn't look right.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the pictures.
It's just like I just put my hats on it now, so it kind of comes in handy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so it worked out. We knew what we were doing.
Proud of you, buddy. Jason, welcome to the show. Hey, I shouted you out earlier. You weren't here. Shout out to your Ohio State baseball team. 29-23 season, dude. Fuck yeah. Winning season.
Player on that team.
Huh?
I couldn't name one player on that team.
It's fine. Ohio State is still having a winning season, so celebrate it. Who cares if you don't know anything about your team? You're busy.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Not you, apparently. All right. Big 12. Texas Tech, JMU, BYU.
When did they jump to the Big 12?
Who? Texas Tech?
No, you said JMU.
Yeah, I know. No, JMU's in the Sun Belt. Texas Tech, BYU. Kansas State and Utah will play each other. Winner of the...
I already know who's going to win this belt.
Yeah, it's the wagon. Come on now. It's Coastal. Like,
Hey, Bobby, they're not going to be a wagon much longer.
hey.
Why?
Because their coach is leaving.
I heard about that. Rumors that he's
I'll still be
leaving.
a wagon, don't worry.
But yeah, those...
He's going to Carolina.
He's going where?
He cut out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I heard one of the Carolinas.
Yeah, I didn't hear which.
yeah.
I just
Kansas...
heard he's going to Carolina.
Yeah. Kansas is the 1 seed.
Sorry, did I cut out?
You did, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, I was getting in my car. He's going to South Carolina.
Bill.
Come to the
It'll be a
SEC.
tie.
Kansas, number 1 seed. West Virginia, number 2. Arizona State is the 3 seed. UCF, 4 seed. Shout out to UCF, having an underrated, not really talked about season.
Man, fuck them. They claim unofficial national championships.
Yeah. Oklahoma State is the 5 seed. Cincinnati having a good year at the 6. They'll play Arizona State. Oklahoma State and UCF will play each other. Then you got TCU, Baylor, BYU, Utah, K-State, and Texas Tech. That's what your Big 12 looks like. Obviously, Arizona not in there because they were garbage this year, among other teams. But, yeah, I honestly... Bob, you're going to hate me when I say this. I'm sorry, I got to do it. I think West Virginia comes out of the Big 12 with a conference championship win. I do.
I don't. Don't joke.
They're just really fucking good. The only other team I can honestly see winning this, I know Kansas has had a good year, but Oklahoma State,
What is this guy doing?
I think that's a team that could really make some noise. Who comes out of the Big 12, Bobby?
I gotta drive past here.
What'd you say, Bailey?
Who comes out of the Big 12?
Honestly, I haven't
Them
watched much
cousin
Big 12
fuckers.
baseball, so I can't really. It hates me to say it, but they probably have the best team They probably have the best team in it. But it also doesn't bother me to say, since we beat them 23-2.
There you go. And I mean, Pitt might be regional. Pitt might be regional bound this year. We don't know. They had a great season, so
There's a shot.
there's definitely a
It
shot.
is a 14 seed.
Yeah, which is bullshit. We just talked about that.
Yeah, we did. What team will you be shocked? And obviously, selection is next weekend. I think next Monday, Sunday or Monday next week. What team will you be surprised if they're not in a regional?
From what conference?
Any conference. Just give me one team who you think you'll be
Oh
shocked
my god.
that they won't, that they
Honestly,
aren't in.
I don't see really, unless one of these dark horses puts together a hell of a tournament, I don't really see any of these big time players getting left out.
Yeah. You know,
I think maybe Oregon or USC. I could see one of them getting left out, being in the Big Ten.
well, I mean, USC is ranked top 25th, so they don't tend to leave ranked teams out when you're nationally ranked.
Yeah.
Oregon is top 10.
Yeah, but they've been in and out of it all year from what I've seen.
Yes, they've won a lot of games, but they've lost.
Well, I can't hear anymore.
They've lost a lot of games to the teams they're gonna have to play in tournament time. So Oregon, who's a top 10 team, UCLA, who almost had 50 wins this year. Yeah, it's like one of those things. Hey, you got to beat some top tier competition to come out. But, man, what is Vanderbilt's record?
Oh.
We know LSU won't get in.
See, I don't know. They might.
They don't deserve to.
I don't want football. I want baseball. Damn it! It is baseball season, motherfuckers. 32-24 for Vanderbilt. 14-16 in conference, but I mean, that could get you a 3 or 4 seed somewhere, maybe. So I think Vanderbilt's in unless they just get absolutely embarrassed. Jason, your Cleveland Guardians just took the lead over the Tigers, 2-1.
No, I'm driving, so I don't see the score right now.
Uh-oh.
Record baseball. Yeah, 29-27. Yeah, with that record, I don't see them getting in, Bobby.
No, I told you they weren't getting in. I don't know why you doubted me.
Get up!
I mean, it's an LSU team that.
Bobby to Billy right there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
even they could win the SEC tournament, and they still don't deserve to get in.
That is very true. Although they will automatically be in because if you win your conference, you are automatically in. That's why we had a team, I think, a year ago that had, 14 wins? And
Yeah,
they made it in. Because their conference is just not very good. Yeah, that's going to happen. So, but I think that's all we got, Bobby, for this one. I'm stoked for the tournament. Fucking squeeze play is back. Can't wait. And if you're not familiar with squeeze play, it is literally your screen can fill up with 6 boxes worth of baseball. Just saying. I'm excited. It's a full day. Can't wait. But we're going to get out of here. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your morning. I'm sorry that this was posted early for those who listened. But enjoy conference play. We'll be back next week for selection. Talk about regionals. Right, Bobby? Right? We're going to be dialed in for regionals next week. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
That's Bobby. Chance. I got Jason here. We will see you next week for selection. Goodbye.